me.
Che schifo.
But
Che schifo.
I don't want
Cioè,
to know
tu hai
what you
preso
just
una
said.
ricetta che mia nonna ha fatto 30 anni fa e ci vai a mettere...
Gino, you're the best. So funny.
And then my husband does this thing where whenever, because I'm a worrier, so I say things like, I'm afraid if we drive too late, we might get in a car accident. He always does this, he goes, and then grabs his testicles.
Why does he do that?
I think a lot of Italians do it.
It's a thing?
It's a thing, and I don't know what, but I don't know what the whistling is.
What?
This.
Is that true? Spoiler alert, yes, it is true. Yes, Italians are very superstitious. That's why in today's video I want to talk about the major apotropaic gestures that Italians are used to do. Apotropaic magic is a type of magic intended to turn away harm or evil influences. Well, we can of course track these origins back in time when genitalias were symbols of fertility and also connected to good omens and prosperity. Since the beginning of human crafting arts, good part of superstitious practice and amulets showed veiled or not so much veiled references to sexual symbolism refer to the two genital organs. The habit of grabbing was widely diffused since the Middle Ages. In fact, we can spot an apotropaic phallus engraved on the wall of the fortress of Birdoswald on Hadrian's Wall in England, and another one on the abutment of Chester Bridge in the Northumberland region, in Great Britain too. However, also female genitalias have a superstitious value. In fact, in Milan, at the Museum of the Castello Sforzesco, you can in fact see a crafted art datable to the 13th century, and known as the Putta di Porta Tosa. The work, coming from the city gate that gives the building its name, shows a female figure in the act of raising her skirts, showing her pubis. So, for men, grabbing it is like a living amulet against evil spirits. Nowadays, Italian women, as I say, tend to grasp their left breast in order to cast away bad luck. Probably because it is more convenient than actually showing genitalias. The horns, it is not only a symbol for heavy metal, but in Italy it is very diffused apotropaic gesture. The symbolic nature of horns must be related to animal horns. For many centuries in the past, in fact, animal horns were considered a symbol of power, strength, and social status. That's why it is used still nowadays in Italy as a charm against bad omens. The gesture of the umbrella. In Italy nowadays it means like go to hell, but this gesture appears to be of French origin. In France, that gesture it is called the bras d'honneur, aka arm of honor. It is said to have originated in the 100 Years' War during the Battle of Azincourt, occurred in October 1415. On that occasion, the British army showed up on the battlefield with the brand new longbow, device of which the French had not yet experienced the deadly power. The French army started to mock the English. I cut your fingers so you can't shoot any more arrows, and if I catch you, I'll break your bow. More mild apotropaic gesture for Italians are different. The most used is when you sit on the table and accidentally you drop the salt on the very table. In Italy, it is considered a bad luck. That salt was very precious, especially here in Italy. In fact, soldiers of the ancient Roman Empire were used to be paid with souls. So, from that comes the word salary, from sale, salt. That's why probably in Italy is considered more like dropping money on the floor. To make amends for this bad omen, dropping the salts on the table, the rite is the following. Take a little bit of the salts and toss behind on the left shoulder. It is supposed to toss the salts in the eye of the devil that is supposed to watch over us on our left shoulder. This ritualism is going to transform sign of bad luck, dropping salts, into sign of good luck. In Italy, you will always say touch the iron and can be considered the correspondence knock on wood for Anglo-Saxons. It derives from an ancient symbology linked to horse shows. In the Middle Ages, it was in fact used to nail one horse show to the door, fixed only with an odd number of nails with the two ends facing upwards, believing that it was a lucky charm capable of keeping witches away. Another sign of bad luck is about black cats. Especially in Italy, you don't cross the road after a black cat has passed right in front of you. That is considered a bad sign, bad omen. Often Italians will change road. Yes, it is very ignorant, and I like black cats, so I completely disagree with this belief. However, it is a thing. The most accredited theory is that, back in the past, the main systems of transportation were horses and carriages, and it could happen that in dark streets the horses were frightened by the eyes of the black cats. The horse running wild could have been very dangerous for passengers. Other stories tell that in Middle Ages many men were used to be soldiers, therefore many died on battlefields, leaving women to handle by their own many professions, like brewing ale. Around the 12th century, many breweries were in fact owned by women, who often used cats, even black ones, to keep mice away from their premises. Conspiracy theories tells that witch hunting was intended to eliminate competition of town breweries, run mostly by women, in order to favor the ale production inside monasteries, monopoly of the church. Therefore, the typical working tools you could find inside town breweries like brooms or black cats or even giants' pots became associated to witchcraft. Don't walk under an open ladder. This superstition probably was originated back in the Middle Ages when castle sieges happened frequently, and often soldiers were used to place high ladders in order to climb the wall, the fortified wall of castles. And the defending soldiers were used to toss from the walls boiling oils, boulders, arrows, and everything that could possibly stop the enemy. That's why soldiers crossing those ladders, that's why for soldiers crossing siege ladders was often synonymous of an atrocious death. That's probably the reason why over time passing under the ladder became popular even outside wars, to refer to something risky for someone's safety. Ladies and gentlemen, class is dismissed. I hope you've enjoyed this brief video about Italian superstitions. If that happened, please hit the like button, subscribe, but most importantly, remember, speak like a genius. Bye bye!